Morning. Okay, this morning we are going to have a look at our new crusher and explain what it does, how it does it, why it does it, and everything that I know about it, which I don't know a lot because it's new to us. So start with, it is a Complete, I think, which is an Italian machine, and I think that means a whale's vagina. Don't know how that fits, but by the by. So it's a Complete JC or KJC 704. So this is about a 12-ton-ish machine in terms of transport weight, and it's a jaw crusher. Now, there are different types of crusher. So you've got cone crushers, impact crushers, and you've got jaw crushers. This is a jaw crusher. Hopefully it's the least problematic crusher of the three, and better suited to what we use. And by jaw crusher, what we've got, I'll show you inside in a second, but basically you've got a fixed a piece of steel inside, and you've got a jaw, and this jaw is constantly going like that, which as the material falls into the top, it just crushes and smashes it up. You can adjust the setting, so you can adjust what size you're crushing to. So we've had a play with it already, as you can see with the piles of stone. This stuff we've crushed down to about 70mm-ish down, so this will be quite nice material to fill that big hole round the corner. We crushed some smaller stuff around the other side, so we've got some nice 40mm down for topping off and capping off the top. But as you can see, what was that pile of big stone and rubble and breeze blocks and everything that was here is now gone, and this is what we're left with. So machine itself is it's simple in a way, but it's clever in how it does what it does. So inside here there is an engine, and the engine runs obviously the tracks, the conveyor belts, the crushers, absolutely everything of the machine. So you put the material in the top into this hopper. The hopper vibrates itself, and then that material falls off the end into the crusher. But it's also got a sensor, so it automatically shuts itself off when the crusher's got enough to go at, and then when the crusher's finished crushing what's in the jaw, it'll put the next bit through. So it's optimizing the material in the crusher all the time for you. You don't have to worry about that once it gets going. Then from that material falls through onto that conveyor belt that spits it out at the far end. But then in like any recycled material, there'll be bits of rubbish like rebar and stuff. And what it'll do is, if there's rebar in anything, it will crush that material, the rebar will come loose, and as it comes out, there's a belt going the other way, which you can adjust the height of, but that'll pick all the steel out and throw it out the far side into a separate pile. So what you've got coming out is generally clean of any steel. If any bits of wood or anything like that go into it, that won't be picked up, that'll obviously go straight through. But all your screws, your nails, everything that you don't want in your rubble when you're laying it for punches on your yard will be fished out and sort of kicked out the other side. So start it up and see how it looks. So the good thing about this one is the old version, or the older model, had got this massive sort of control box that you carried around with you, which it was almost like it was about that big basically. So it was massive when you sat in the digger, because that's where you want it, sat in the digger with you. It was massive and a nuisance in the cab. This is quite a nice, neat, little tidy bit of kit that you can either have hanging around your waist or around your neck on the belt, or you can set it in the machine, and we're going to get a holder for it in the machine. So you've always got full control of the machine, of this, while you're sat in the digger. So if there is any problems, if for argument's sake you've dropped a lump in and there's a big lump of wood, you don't want the wood going into the jaw, because the wood won't crush, it'll just jam the jaw up. So you can control everything from this. So first thing you do, start it up, and then basically you pair this to it, which is all done via Bluetooth. So you turn it on, it's flashing to say it's trying to talk to it. Slow flash means it's connected now and we've got full control. So I can control everything from the belt, the jaw, the riddle, absolutely everything, the tracks. I can track this machine around with this, stand over there and do it. So you're not anywhere near it, you've got a good view all around while you're moving the machine. You can also operate everything from here. It'll be a full-blown auto mode all the time, which makes life simple. You can do it all manually if you want. I'll go through the manual bits now, and then you can see each section that we've mentioned working on its own. So this button, so basically this one here now will start the main conveyor, which is that one. So that's where the material will land underneath here once it's been crushed, and spit it out on the end. Then you've got your secondary, your magnet belt, which is that one there. That's now running the other way, so that'll magnetise any steel out and kick it out the far side. And then the final one is the actual jaw. Okay, so we've just got the last little bit of material to put through. The rest of it's got to be sort of tidied up. It's a bit of muck in it, wants riddling before it goes through really. You don't want too much sort of soil or clay rubbish going through, and try and keep it as much clean rubble as possible. I will give our plant manager, George Knowles, a shout. He's a friend of mine from Bristol, or not far from Bristol. And every time we buy a new bit of kit, I go to him for advice, because he's already got everything that we've got. He's already got it all himself, and he sort of covers that area down there. So I always ring him for advice, and then I end up putting on him a little bit and asking him to find me some stuff, because there's not a lot of these around. Belting good find, George. When we got it, although it was second hand, it had only done 16 hours, so it's pretty much brand new. I like that fact, because everything that we've got now, we grease it every single day. Everything is looked after from the day we've got it. You don't know, it's like a second-hand car, you don't know who's abused it before you've got it. We haven't got that worry, because it's only done 16 hours. So thank you very much, George. We'll stick some material through, show you guys how it works.
I don't like you, but I love you. I don't want you, but I need. I don't like you, but I love you.
Okay, so that's all we're doing here this time. Obviously we've got phase 2 to come back for, where all this clamp wall is going to come out, all of that floor there is going to come up, and we'll crush the whole lot. There's another few bits they've got around the farm they want ripping up and crushing as well. But for now, this has got to get onto another job, so we're going to wrap it up. It all folds up nicely, which I'll show you when we come to load it up down there. So the machine is fully folded up now, so you lower the magnet belt, you lift up the main conveyor, and that all folds back on itself, so it's tucked up nice and tidy, ready for transport. We've got Papa G on transport today, so some heavy haulage for him. Happy as ever. Whinging at me about the time. Let's get it loaded. So there she goes, on to the next job. If anybody's interested, obviously it's new to us, we've not advertised it yet. We've always had bits and bobs of crusher work in the past. We've always hired one in, or we've had A.R. Richards, which are a firm local to us and a friend of mine, and they've got a big crusher. So if it's a big crushing job, it's A.R. Richards. If it's a little crushing job, then we're you guys for that. So that thing will probably crush decent stuff, maybe 400 tonne a day. But like I say, if you've got bigger stuff on site, like if you've got 2,000-3,000 tonne, then that's more of a Richards' job. So, but if you ring us anyway, we'll pass you straight on to Andrew at A.R. Richards. So that's gone to the next job. We're going to head back to the yard because I'm actually supposed to be in the workshop, and we'll catch you guys next time. So if you like what you've seen, hit subscribe, ring the bell. We'll catch you next time, and we'll leave you with a very short new crusher montage.
Don't like you, but I love you. I need.